Anyways,
Craig's a
anyways,
bitch.
I'm just saying, like the word spookify, like is kind of hilarious, like in this context, like you know, because like like fucking Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and fucking like Booberry are not scary at
Well, they're
all.
not supposed to be scary. It's just that Dracula, Frankenstein, and whatever the fuck they are. They're scary
No, no,
creatures
I get
the
it.
group in like vampire scary. That's that's the thing, and so it's just spookify
I get that they're supposed to be
breakfast. Like
spooky.
I don't, dude. It's a simple. I don't understand what the hell your problem is.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm just saying, like spookify does, and I'm saying like it's obviously not a racist term, but it kind of sounds like one. Like it's kind of like saying like neighborify your breakfast, like which is weird. Like that seems like a weird thing, right?
It seems like maybe you just have something in you that's turning that into a slur.
Oh, I mean, like, like the word spook is like has been a racial slur for
That's
black people
been
for a long time. And
and
like
it
like
was
you,
turned and yeah, and people around, your region of the country turned the word spook into that.
but I mean, but like you
Spook
see,
is a real word. "Oh, I got spooked."
no, I
"Oh,
know,
I'm sorry, you surprised me, spooked me."
I know
I
that,
don't what
and
I don't what the fuck are you talking about?
you can see where I'm.
No, I can't. Like, it's a Count Chocolate Cars to spookify your breakfast. Like, what nothing there. I
All
don't
right,
know what you're talking
all
about.
right. That's the long and short of it. I'm gonna cut this part of the episode.
You know what? Like, I don't understand what the hell you're talking about.
There was a joke there, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's move on.
There was no joke there.
There is a fucking joke there. Are
There
you
is not a
fucking kidding
fucking
me?
joke there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's a
Like
Count Chocolate car, and
this
it
car
says
painted up like this, looking like it belongs in a fucking sideshow, and it just says "spookify your breakfast." Like
it
there's,
counts. Yes, it's a Count Chocolate car, and it says "Spookify your breakfast." Now,
but
does Count
why?
Chocolate
But why?
boxes does it say "Spookify" or "Spook" anywhere on a Count Chocolate box?
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yes,
When the fuck was the last time you looked at that goddamn box of Count Chocolate?
I buy cereal all the time. You
No,
don't
no.
know
When
me.
was the last time you looked at a damn box of Count Chocolate?
Like 3 days ago.
You a lying bitch.
I'm not lying. Dude,
You're a
fucking prove me
lying
wrong.
bitch.
Prove me wrong. Prove me.
You ain't. I ain't gotta
Prove to
prove.
me right
You
now.
prove
Prove
yourself
to me
right.
right
I
now
ain't
that
gotta
I'm
prove you
lying.
wrong. You prove yourself right. You made the
Exactly, but
claim.
I'm
You
not
prove it. I'm not
lying.
gonna prove your damn claim for you. I ain't doing the
No,
legwork.
no. The burden of evidence is on the accuser, and you accused me. That's a racist car. That car is racist.
I think no. It seems more like you're a racist, and I'm kind of curious. I see a Count Chocolate car. Yeah,
Listen, listen, listen.
I see
I don't think there's
Spookify, and
anything
I don't
racist
think of
about me
racial slurs.
noticing racial injustice in the world. I don't think that's racist.
I think your hillbilly ass is showing. Well, your hillbilly is showing. You got you put your southerner away. Because nobody is a Count Chocolate car to spookify. He's like, oh, that's bad against black
I'm just
people.
no. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that like the word spookify, while not being a racist word at all, does kind of sound like a racist term. It just, because of the context of the word spook, it does seem kind of weird to say that you would spookify something. You see, like I mean,
No, don't ask me if I see what you're talking about. The answer is goddamn no. I see spookify. I don't think of racial slurs against me. It's curious that you would see it and think, oh man, that's bad against black people.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not
You know,
saying that it's anything.
you saw that
I'm just
word
saying that I
and you saw
know.
that word and you thought of a slur.
Well, yeah, because it is a slur and it
No,
has been a slur.
in that context, it's not.
But I mean,
What the
all right.
fuck are you like? What are you talking about? It just a Count Chuck said spookify your breakfast. You see spookify, and for some reason you think of a racial slur.
Can we? Oh man, God damn it! Can we stop the recording? Like this is like a comedy podcast. Like this is like a comedy podcast where we say racist shit all the time. We see tons of racist shit on here.
Like what?
Are all the shit that we've said about fucking bad days. Like it. I
What's a bad
mean,
day? I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't like bad days. I don't know what the fuck you're on about.
yeah, I know. I fucking hate those big nose, tiny hat wearing bad days myself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't like bad days. It
Anyway,
se it seems like you're talking about something else all on your own by yourself. I don't like bad days. That's it.
anyway, anyway, welcome to episode 19
This
of No
stupid
Bad
shit.
Days
Stupid shit.
of the best podcast none of you are listening to.
Bunch of cunts.
Yeah, I did notice that we got a lot of comments on one of our recent videos from an Indian bot account. I'm pretty sure a Lebanese bot account, and then also an incredibly Arabic bot account.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So
It had the
I
crazy
think,
squiggle writing and everything.
dude, I think No Bad Days World Tour, Middle East is coming. I think it's
Yeah,
coming. I think it's
we're
coming pretty
big.
soon.
We're huge in Bangladesh.
Dude, we are gonna go get fucking beheaded in
You are.
fucking.
I'm cool. As a matter of fact,
Yeah, that's what you say.
no, that's what I. Nah, man, you blonde hair, blue eyed, robust white man. No, they're gonna fucking kill you. Me, I'd be like,
No, you're just gonna claim
yeah, I'm
like
gonna
you're
sell
just gonna
you
claim like
out. I'm gonna sell you. I'm just, you might as
see
well. I'm
that
gonna
that's the
just
thing is
sell
like
you the
I
fuck
feel
out.
like you're gonna like try to like claim like Muslim status, and they're gonna like meet you as like a black Israelite, and then like you're gonna also get murdered.
No, why
So
would they think? Why would they think I'm a black Israelite?
because you're gonna introduce yourself by your black Israelite name.
I don't have one. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is on
They,
record. That is
they would
on.
see me
We have.
and they'd see you, and I'd point at you and I'd say, "Get him. He's the one you want right there." I ain't got nothing to do. As a matter of fact, when one of the embassies, I think, was it in Iran? I think the U.S. embassy got like overran in Iran. They let the black people go.
Damn, did they really?
Yeah. Let me
Yeah, it's
see
mighty
if it was
progressive of them.
Iran. Nah. It's just you guys have fucked over a lot of people and they hate you. They fucking hate you.
All
Not
right,
us.
fair,
We're
fair.
cool. North Korea don't have a problem with us. They have
I
a
will
problem
say
with you
this. I will
people.
say this. I do have an issue with like answering for like other people's, shit, like paying other people's bills. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
Well, we all get held accountable for for an answer to the shit that people before us did and in some cases didn't do. So just deal with it. You ain't got no choice but to fucking deal with it. You culturally appropriating motherfucker.
I mean, okay, okay, yeah, that
No,
sounds
it's
fair.
not okay. Fuck you. I'm mad. I'm done. I'm out.
No, it's good. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. You know what? I hear what you're saying.
Do
I'm
the
taking
work.
it in. I'm taking it in. I'm going to receive this, and I'm going to take it in. And if you could just do me
No.
just the smallest favor, if you could just like if you could just like provide for me like the smallest kindness, please just die mad about it.
Nah. I'm gonna live angry.
I'm gonna live angry.
Well,
That's what I respect about you, man. That's why this podcast fucking works, is because you always choose live angry.
I live my truth.
Yeah, I mean you are maybe the angriest person I know.
God, I can't stand this fucking world and this trash city I live in. It's funny when you were talking about this because Aquafina, she released like some bullshit, some long-winded bullshit statement about her using a black scent, and she still hasn't like admitted
Oh,
to
so
it. But
she decided to address it.
yeah,
Idiot.
yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Well, it's just like, bitch, you do it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
If I was standing next to her and I started going, oh, she couldn't say shit to me.
Man,
I
you
wish
should do
that
that.
bitch
You
would.
should do that. You should
I
totally
wish
do
that bitch would.
that. That'd be so funny.
Like before
Oh
I
wow,
knew,
your music's so good. Oh wow,
exactly.
I sure do love your music. Like
Yeah,
man, that'd be
start doing the
so
fucking
fucking
eyes
funny.
and shit. Even if she like spots me the voice, she's like, come on, the eyes. I didn't do the eye, bitch. You wore a beanie while doing it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, dude, that's basically black culture. The
I don't know
beanie is basically black culture.
what. Well, it
Or like
it's the
or
beanie. The beanie combined with the bullshit voice. That right there, not the beanie by itself, because you
right,
could be a
right.
dock worker.
Yeah, that's because I was literally gonna say it's like, or you're like like a Maine lobster fisherman.
Yeah, you're
Like,
a longshoreman or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah, like the beanie by itself, longshoreman. The beanie with the accent, black culture.
Mhm, mhm, and, you wanna go, like, super black culture, then you got, like, a cigarette hanging half out your mouth, menthol hanging half out your mouth.
It has to be a menthol though,
It's
which is
crackly
weird.
beard. You're looking like a motherfucker from not To Catch a Predator, oh, the first 48, looking like a witness from the first 48, but
Yeah, yeah, just with yellow skin.
it's like, before I knew who she was, and I'm still not exactly sure, but I've heard of her. Before I knew who she was, I saw her like in some stupid ass movie doing like, watch the card, watch the card, watch the card shit. And she got a beanie on and she's talking like that. I'm like, why is that fucking Chinese lady talking like that? Or
Dude, that is
Asian lady,
always
whatever the fuck she is. Like, what the fuck is, I wasn't
watching
offended. It was just weird, Like, oh,
because it is really strange because like I grew up my entire life like watching like like Mexican and like Hispanic people talking like that, and it never once like triggered like any sort of like part of my brain where I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But it was like once I saw like Asian people doing it, where I was like, oh
yeah, it's a bridge. It's so unrealistic.
yeah, yeah,
It just doesn't
because like
make any sense.
I feel like a Chinese or Filipino person, like they know they're not supposed to say the N word. Like they fucking know. Like they know they can't just like get away with it. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
they
I
can't
mean,
just
it's like I again, there seems to be some sort of misunderstanding about. I hear that someone say it to me, or I hear it. It's time to fight. Like, I don't know.
no, but
There's no getting away with like you. It like it in like the whole concept. Like when I hear someone talk about, oh, I thought I had a pass, or some black person say, oh man, I gave him a pass. Like it's not. Like, it, there's no pass. You don't have a right to get. Like, you can say it.
like
You can't.
did
And then
you
this
not
one,
like grow up
and the
with
knowledge,
like
I have a
Mexican people
pass.
saying
Like,
it?
what the fuck are you talking about? Like, goddamn this shit.
I mean, I always like grew up like hearing like Mexican people say it, and like no one ever got fucking called out on it. Like Mexican people said it my entire fucking life. You know?
Yeah, people are really dumb. Like the other people say it because of rap music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a thing to say in rap music. Until a fight breaks out.
Hmm.
And that's what it is. Like, oh, I heard Tupac say it, I heard this say it, and then fucking around running your mouth, and a fight breaks out. And your ass is all confused and shit, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Not everybody's playing with you.
Hmm.
But the idea of I can give this person permission to say it and fuck off.
Well, I mean that's the thing is like it's not one of those words that
To
is
me,
like
it's a
being
fighting word. Period.
yeah, 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 exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not like it's not a word that somebody says because they have permission. It's just because they just say it because they say it. Like, and I guess the only reason like it's like on my mind
Well,
is
ger
because like
and guh, both. I'm just saying. It's
no,
like
I
like
know.
when I hear
Trust
stuff like
me.
it's
I'm well
cringy.
aware.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
I'm well
cringy.
aware.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I give him no man, I gave him a pass. No, this what get the fuck out. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
no one gets a pass to say a word. That's fucking gay. Like that's
Yeah. You know?
like, dude, if you like, if you're gonna say a word, like if you're gonna say something, like you say it because like you're gonna say it, and like, dude, like if somebody like came up to me and was just like, is like, oh man, like I heard what you said about like Israel, and like I was like, no, but this guy told me I could say it, dude. That's so fucking lame.
It
Like
really is.
it's like no, it's like guess what? Guess what? I said what I said about fucking Israel because I'm willing to fucking fight anybody who tells me that I can't. Like
I don't know what you talk. I got a problem with Israel personally. I don't know what the fuck your issue is. I
I
just
know
don't
you don't, but
understand it.
I'm just using it as an example, and you know, I mean, I do have an immense problem with Israel, but yeah,
God
that's neither
damn,
here
that's
nor there
fucking
on this podcast.
fuck. I have an immense problem. But yeah, back to
But yeah,
this
but I mean,
broad.
that's the thing is like if you're going to say a word, like the
Yeah, stand behind
concept,
it.
like yeah, 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 exactly. It's like if you're gonna say something offensive or you're gonna say something like inflammatory, like the gayest thing you can do is just like fucking like look at somebody else and say like he said I could say it. And
Yeah, you know what the fuck
it's like
is
what
that?
like oh it's like oh you think he's gonna save you from the angry person that's like right there in front of you?
Yeah, it's like that fucker's not the king of black people, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, I said it. Now let's fight. And like God, I hope I fucking win.
Oh my god. I hope you lose.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, two sides of the coin, right?
Like God, I hope I win because the beating. Like I hope I win because I don't think he's gonna stop when I hit the ground.
No, yeah, exactly, exactly. It's like I feel like I'm about to like catch like three other people's beatings.
Oh
Like
man.
I'm gonna very like pointedly notice like whenever like my ass kicking ends and someone else's begins. Like there's gonna be a change
Yeah,
in
when he
things where I'm
starts
like
like
it's
screaming
like
about child support.
yeah, exactly. It's like all of a sudden like I'm getting like beat up for somebody else and I'm like this is fucking bullshit. Like I should
You
have just
know,
never said the N word.
you yeah, open Pandora's box and like three different ass whoopings was in it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like I just opened up Pandora's box of racial rage. This
You know,
sucks.
he's just like stomping away, and he's just like, "You fuck my girl, you fuck my bitch."
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I had nothing to do with this. I just said the N word.
Oh my god, that would be funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah,
That
right.
would be funny
Yeah,
as
yeah.
hell.
Like you're getting beaten up for fucking child support claims, and you're like, all I did was say the N word.
I saw you, and the article I saw it was on you.
Yeah, because I was
Oh,
the
that'd be easy.
so get this. I was the only white dude on there.
Oh,
And then get this, the very first thing they talked about, they're like, "All right, we're gonna get the heavy stuff out of the way first." And they were like, so Joe Rogan, uh, is now under fire for saying the N word on 113 different episodes of his podcast, and he
damn.
apologized. And then, no, get this, they're like, and so he apologizes, like, do you buy or sell his apology? And they're like, Jacob, we're going to you first. And I was like,
Oh, that's good.
like they literally put me on the spot, and
Yep.
I was like, dude, and I'll tell you this, I think I handled it really well. And I was like, I mean, like, how the fuck do you apologize for saying the N word 113 times? You don't. Like,
Yeah, you can't say it was an
yeah,
accident.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't
Like,
say it
yeah,
was an
like
accident.
there's no amount of like apologizing that's gonna like make people believe that like you're not gonna say it again or like you're not gonna like do it again. And then
Yeah.
it was kind
Off.
of fucked up because after they made me fucking do that, like somebody else was like on the episode and they were talking about Joe Rogan like being racist and they're like, well, there was that time he was in the Bronx with somebody else and then he told his friend that it was like walking through the Planet of the Apes and I was like, dude, that's so racist. That's so
That is
fucking
pretty racist.
I was like, God damn, that's so
That is
racist.
pretty fucking racist right there.
Yeah.
Like, you had it right. Like, how do you apologize? You don't. You
I was like,
can't.
dude, like it's like there's no apology. It's
You
like
just
what
you
is like
just own it at that point,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
that's
might as well
exactly what I
just
said.
say,
I
"Yeah,
was
I'm a
like, dude,
racist."
that is exactly what I said. I was like, dude, all you can do at that point is you just plow through it, and it's like, yeah, you fucking called me out.
It's pretty bad. I
What,
mean, The Rock made a video denouncing him.
dude? Who gives a shit? Like, I mean, like, dude, what is that gonna do to
Advertisers, sponsors, the platform that your show is on. You know,
I
not
mean,
really his fans because his dude. He has the gayest fans. Joe
mhm.
Rogan sucks, and his fans are really fucking fruity. They're just like they're a bunch of bro nerds, bunch of the
Yeah, I mean,
nerds that think they're cool. They're a bunch of fucking Melvins
I like, yeah, yeah,
because you
it's
know
dude,
how it is.
dude, what it is it's like it's dudes who take like workout supplements, but then also take psychedelics. And so they think that they've like really figured
No,
it out. Like the thing is that like I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast because like he does have interesting guests on. Like he does have interesting people like come on and like share like share like really really strong opinions.
based
But
just what I've seen. Well, go ahead.
but the thing is that like to say that like you're a fan of Joe Rogan himself is to, like I feel like it kind of like gets away from like the core of the show. Like the reason Joe Rogan's good is because like he gets on good guests, right?
But he's not good. He sucks, and his
But no,
fans suck too.
that's what I'm saying is like to think that Joe Rogan is good because he is good is wrong. Like the thing is that Joe Rogan does give platform. He gives a major platform that is broadcast to millions of people. Two
Yeah,
two
that's true.
two
But
two in like two individuals who otherwise like may not necessarily like have that sort of platform, right?
like
And
Neil
I
deGrasse
think
Tyson, the guy that appeared in Batman v Superman.
wait, who's that?
Neil deGrasse Tyson. No, it wasn't Batman v Superman. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson appeared in. No, it might have been Batman v Superman. He either Man of Steel or Batman v
Wait,
Superman.
how are you pronouncing Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Dude, I don't fucking care.
Do
Okay,
you
you
do
know
wait,
who I'm talking
do
about. I
you
don't fucking care.
do you
I
pronounce the
don't
E?
care. Yeah, I guess I don't know that motherfucker's name. What you know who I'm talking about? Will you my
I
fucking?
do.
Will you
Okay,
my grammar teacher?
I'm just saying I've never heard anyone else pronounce the E. Like I'm just that's all I'm saying. That's all
What
I'm saying.
shit? I don't fuck whatever his name is. You know who the fucker is?
Well,
Is it
yeah,
Neil
yeah.
deGrasse? It's spelled like the fucking Canadian soap opera.
It no, it's not.
Well,
Degrassi has an
fine.
I. It has an I on the end
Well,
of it.
okay. Well, I definitely don't watch that. So fuck it. I thought it was. I thought it was. I don't want you. You.
Neil,
I don't watch Degrassi.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's so funny.
I don't know.
That is
I've
like
been
listen,
calling him that for years.
I'm not even like having a time with you or anything like that. That's just
Just-
very funny. Neil
I just.
deGrasse Tyson, like, dude, I'm
What
literally
the
gonna take.
fuck is his name?
I'm gonna take a screenshot from that show and photograph his. Like, I'm just gonna Photoshop his face over every character.
Even Drake's. See, that's all I know
Dude,
about.
no, you mean Aubrey Graham, and yes, especially him in the wheelchair, Neil
Wait,
deGrasse
hold
Tyson.
on, stop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Drake's character was in a wheelchair.
Dude, that was after the fucking school shooting. That was after fucking the
You're so-
character.
Wait, stop. Hold on. That's a Canadian soap. I thought that it was played. It
No,
took
it
place
is. It
in
is.
Canada.
It's a Canadian
Then,
soap opera.
then
Yeah.
how the fuck was there a school shooting?
So
What was it?
so
Was it with a bow and arrow?
okay. So I guess no. This is not. We need to talk about Kevin.
Kevin.
No, there was literally an episode because I watched probably like 2 or 3 seasons of the show.
Oh my
Uh,
god, you fucking fruit.
no, dude, it was fucking hilarious, dude. There's like an episode like one of the loser kids like uses a dick pump because like he's in a jacuzzi with some other kids and one of the other dudes is like, hey, it looks like a stack of dimes and he says his dick is small, so he uses a dick pump. Uh,
Right on the spot, he just produced a dick pump.
no, not on the spot, like, but
Oh,
it's within the
like it was with him.
yeah, no, dude, there was one girl like they told her that she dresses like too prudish, so like, she starts dressing like a slut, which is pretty
Hot.
hilarious.
Like she's dressed like a hua.
You said hot. This
Yeah,
girl is
she's
in
just
high
like.
school. This girl is in high school.
Well, I assumed it was that thing where they hire like a 20-something-year-old to play like a
You
high
would you would
schooler.
you would like to assume that, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean that's the case with American soap opera, with American teen shows. Tell me different. Tell me a 22-year-old haven't played a high schooler before.
All I'm saying is like I heard what you said.
Yeah,
I heard
you
what you said.
sure did. You
I heard
heard
what
it.
you said.
You heard both things I said.
I heard what you said about that high school girl. I heard what you said.
The fictional high school girl that was played by a legal adult.
I
Yes.
heard
Yeah, you
I
heard
heard
what I
what you said.
said about she's not real and she was played by a legal actress. That's like saying that the decoy from To Catch a Predator.
This is how
She
you
can
like to
catch it.
play it, huh? This is how you like to play it.
Yeah, what? Truthfully, I'm just trying to. I'm straightening
She's
shit out
not.
to clear my name.
She's not. She doesn't really have a biology class. She's 22 years old. She's got a. She's got a
Yeah,
fucking like
this
she
isn't. You're trying to make it one of those like, oh, well, she's not really 3. She's actually 6,000 years old. Like, no, that
no
that
no
physical bitch right there playing that high school girl is 22 years old.
no. She's not really like legally a kid. Like
Yeah,
she's
she's not.
definitely.
She's fucked with you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your support.
Listen. I'm glad you think she's hot, but that's not what we're talking about.
No, that's
We're talking. We're,
exactly what I'm talking about. Like she's that bitch is grown.
Man, she is a sophomore and she is hot.
No, she
That's
is
what my
a legal
co-host just said.
adult
That's what my co-host
playing
just
a
said.
sophomore. She's a
Man,
legal adult who happens to be playing a sophomore, and she happens to be hot. I mean, I ain't even seen this woman, so she
man,
could be an ugly
man.
bitch, but I do
Yeah, dude.
know
My
it'd be
coach is
legal
like,
to pop on her.
yeah, my coach is like Spanish too. Got this bitch looking different, looking hot.
What? Wait, what about Spanish too?
Like Spanish too. It's like, man, second year Spanish, man. They got this girl looking good.
Oh,
That's what my co-host just said. She's hot.
she's a legal adult. Like what are you getting at? What are you playing at? She's a legal adult. I didn't say, oh man, her character is hot because she's underage. That
Guess what? Guess what?
most
I'm
likely
isolating that audio. I'm isolating that audio.
okay.
Or what are you saying that her her character, this underage, this, oh man.
It seems I'm gonna have to well, I'm glad I keep a copy of these fucking shows.
Yeah. You're gonna have to eventually present the actual audio, and it's like, nah, I don't know what he's talking about. I never edited any of this.
I
Or if
mean,
I and if I
you
did,
do a
it was
top
only
job anyway. People can tell.
it was only to make it funnier.
Yeah, don't do that shit though.
It was only more funny to
You heard what I
accuse my
said.
co-host of being a pedophile. But no. Like there's literally an episode of fucking Degrassi where Drake gets he's like king of the basketball team, and there's a school shooter who gets he gets like yellow paint thrown all over him, and so as retaliation he storms the school with a gun, and then shoots Drake in the back with a pistol. And then Drake is in a wheelchair for the rest of the show, which is fucking hilarious.
He
Because
took his
it's
legs.
dude, he took his fucking
Damn,
legs.
he
The
took
king
his
of the
fucking
basketball team.
the king of the basketball team. The king has no legs.
Dude, fucking Court King
Uh,
crippled.
how'd that kid? Where'd that kid get a fucking gun from?
I don't fucking know, man. The fucking Get Gun store.
Well, you watched the goddamn show. Seems like you would know.
That is okay. You know what? That is a fair criticism of me, but it has been a long time.
Well, you could just say I forgot. I don't
I
know. I don't fucking know. Like
it,
I'm an asshole for asking about the episode you fucking
I'm
watched.
I'm trying. Listen. I'm trying to fill time here. We got an hour and a half that we got to fucking fill.
We ain't gotta do shit. Ain't nobody paying me.
That's true. That is true.
But man, way off topic. It's just yeah, that Aquafina bit. People on Twitter mad she didn't apologize, and it's just like, why? Who really cares about a public apology from a celebrity or a politician? Like they don't mean it, and even if they do, they're not talking to you. Like, what the fuck does
Yeah,
it do for
like
you
dude, like
personally?
could you imagine like Bill Clinton like apologizing for raping children?
He does.
Like,
Like, what are you talking about?
but no, like that's like the whole accusation, right? Like from like the whole like Epstein's Island thing is that like Bill
Oh well, yeah,
Clinton.
like it's fucking crazy people and
Yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
fuck.
like well, no,
I don't
but
really give a fuck about Bill Clinton
but like
anyway.
that's what I'm saying is like imagine if like Bill Clinton like came out and had to like apologize for like raping children. Like it's I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing, but it's like apologizing for bad behavior is so fucking stupid. Like who gives a fuck? Like the
Odd
apology,
example, but yeah.
but you see
No one's
what I'm saying.
apologizing for raping children. Like you got a lot of legal shit you got to take care of. No one's apologizing for doing that. They're very busy. They're very busy. You know, with court proceedings and shit. And then when they get put away filing appeals, ain't nobody copping to that.
Yeah, of course,
And
of course.
unless they and if they in the case that they do plead guilty, you know, they still ain't going to cop to it. They don't want to talk about it.
Right.
I mean, look at Jared.
the whole concept of like getting caught doing something bad like seems kind of weird and like putting out like a public apology for it. It's like who gives a fuck? Like who cares if like you apologize for doing something shitty? It's like you already did it. Like
Stupid people care. Like it's impersonal. Like if it's one thing if somebody do something to you and they apologize and they mean it, like they say it to you, I apologize, you're sorry for the thing I did, whatever the fuck. I hit your car, I apologize. Here's insurance, whatever the fuck. It's another story when it's a person who didn't directly do something to you. They just might have said something you didn't like about a group you belong to, either like it was really bad or it was just accident or whatever the fuck, and they apologize on TV or on they're still or on the internet. They're still not they're not apologizing to you. and you don't even know if they mean it or not, because often they apologize, and because they have like sponsors and other shit that they gotta satisfy that are on their ass that they're scared of losing.
Hmm.
So that's my problem with public apologies. That's not exactly problem. It's just that's why I don't care about them, because it's like you don't mean it.
Well, yeah,
And you ain't talking to
they're
me.
absolutely meaningless. Like,
Yeah. It's so when these
oh,
people are bitching
it's like,
about,
oh, you know, like we're so sorry for all of the lives lost, like during our latest like bombing run in Syria. It's like, no, you're fucking not. Like, you don't
well,
actually care.
or a more relevant example, I'm sorry for calling trans women ugly men.
They
It's just
are,
it's
but
some
they
shit like
are.
that. Some goofy shit like that, and it's just
Right,
like,
right, right. Yeah, yeah.
that
It's like,
fucker don't mean it. That fucker don't, or you wouldn't have said it.
well, yeah, no, that's exactly that's exactly what I'm getting at. It's like it doesn't matter like how extreme like the act is. Like any apology for it is always fucking meaningless, and like it only exists to like tick off a fucking box, and it's like, okay, well, this is the redemption tour. Like you made the apology, right?
No,
Like
well,
you
like I said, it usually comes down to it. Well, money and sponsors and shit. So they're apologizing and doing all that shit because they don't want to lose their sponsorship money or their
right,
platform.
and
That's
like
why Joe
the
Rogan got his ugly ass in front of the camera. I watched a little bit of it, but it was so dumb.
that like
And
I
he's
will
like,
say this, man,
"This is
like
the most
that is the
shameful."
like that's the thing that like pissed me off is that it's like Joe Rogan is supposed to be like he's supposed to be like outside of that. You know what I mean? Like it's his entire like brand for the longest time is that like he's like, oh, I'm an independent like, you know, broadcaster, and like I can get whoever I want on, and I can, you know, we can say whatever we want and everything like that, and like, you know, this is like a free place to like do all this blah blah blah.
I'm
And
an
then the guy like
independent broadcaster. I'm an independent podcast. I mean, anybody can start a podcast. I don't know.
I mean, but the thing is that like this guy had built like an actual like platform by himself, right? And the platform was like almost
He
entirely
put
like
together a successful YouTube channel.
it was. I mean, sure, if you want to call it that, like I mean, it was a successful like YouTube channel, right?
Is it not?
I mean, it is, but the thing is that like the guy was getting like major sponsorships, like he was getting like he was doing all of the things that like people who do like sell out like get he was doing that by himself, right? And so he did have a platform that was existing and was huge outside of like having to like kowtow to you know like PC culture and you know just like the normal things that like people have to like the normal boxes that people have to like put themselves in to to succeed,
I
right?
I I didn't listen. I don't really listen to a show, and I didn't really listen to a show, but I feel like just based off of people, and I know people, that's the image he wanted to project. That's the image he definitely wanted to put out and project, and that's what got him, his really shitty, cringy ass fans. But at the end of the day, he did that shit to make money. And when the people that are controlling the money tells you to jump, these people jump, and you see them jumping right now. It all comes down to money. There's no higher
Well, no,
moral,
and
this, that, or the
that's
other
what I'm
thing.
saying is that like is when he was on YouTube, like things were what they were. Like it wasn't
YouTube
until
will
like
fuck you around
YouTube will, but the thing is that YouTube doesn't have nearly as much like cachet in terms of like fucking a creator around as like Spotify does. And that's the reason 113 episodes of
I
his show have
don't
been
really.
removed.
I don't think you're right on that one.
I think I know I'm right on that one.
How do you? How?
I mean, because like literally he had these same things happen to him when he was on YouTube, and none of his stuff got pulled. But once he gets onto Spotify, like once there is like a
Because
subscription,
YouTube.
no, because like once there is a subscription service like tied to people listening to his show, that's whenever things change.
Well, you can listen to his show for free on Spotify. You don't need to subscribe. And just because Spotify chose to pull his show and YouTube didn't, doesn't I'm not getting what that's supposed to prove. Because YouTube can, you see, they're fucking with that boy's Chris Chan documentary, and then like a bunch of other people. Like YouTube will they'll vanish your
Oh
ass.
yeah, no, no,
And
they'll
you
they'll
see
they will fuck
also
with with smaller channels, but like
like
something
also
as big
like
as Joe Rogan, like
JCS, like channels with millions of subscribers, like JCS, his shit got pulled down
I don't
because
even know who that
their
is.
stupid rules and shit, huh?
I don't even know who that is.
You know, JCS Criminal Psychology does those interrogation
Wait,
videos.
they pulled his channel? Why?
He doesn't know, and no one else does neither. It's just they chose to fuck with him. Like there's like often when you see, like I've noticed, I won't say you, but I've noticed on a lot of YouTube channels, and it's really bad. It's heinous on true crime channels where they'll avoid saying sex, they'll blank it out, they'll avoid
Mhm.
saying murder, they'll avoid saying there's like things they avoid saying and shit they don't show because they're scared of YouTube.
That's so fucked up too, because like it's like that's why like we went to YouTube in the first place is like because TV wouldn't fucking say it, right? Like all of a sudden like there was this like there was this platform like where people could like actually could talk about these things that like wasn't like regulated, and like now I guess it is like
They were bought by Google. People figured out. We've talked about this before. The internet was ruined when people figured out how to make money off of it with ads, and now YouTube got a subscription service.
it's just so
Get
fucked
away
up,
from
man.
those
Like dude,
ads. Like
I fucking
money
like
ruined the internet and
it
gaming.
did. It fucking totally did, man. Like I go back and like I watch some like long form videos like from like you know like maybe like 2002 2003, and like yeah like the recording quality is bad, and like you know you can't really hear anything, but like at least like it was completely like free from all this shit, right? There wasn't like an algorithm like just
Oh,
pouring over like every instant in this fucking video.
okay. Well, very few things. Like the internet is different because there's like shock sites and this, that, and the other thing. But even before YouTube got sold, like when it was like new, if something gets enough heat, it'll get pulled from whatever platform it's on, most likely, because these things are done for money. And when the money is threatened, fuck it, it's gone, you know. And so, but I guess that obviously didn't happen that much for YouTube when it was first introduced in
Right.
what 2006. What was it? Alexa, when was YouTube created?
It was founded on February
2004.
1st, 2005 by Chad Hurley.
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
2005.
Yeah, by some rich fucker named Chad Hurley, who's probably a billionaire. Because Google came along and bought that shit, and
It
you
fucking
know now,
sucks. Like it's worse now than it's fucking ever been.
well, yeah, it's like money ruined the internet, and the internet ruined gaming.
Like
Life is kind of fucked up and funny like that.
dude, God forbid this podcast like ever gets large enough for us to get like an actual decent following, because we're just gonna get fucking shut down. Like it like I'm glad we're releasing on fucking like YouTube, because like everyone has YouTube, so like we can just like send it to people and like people can listen to it,
You
but
cut
it
this out,
doesn't.
don't you? I don't want anyone to hear. Don't you jack yourself off in my ear?
Nah, dude, it's the fucking truth, man. Like, like, man, it fucking sucks, dude. Like, I'm so goddamn sick of the modern internet. Like, I'm so fucking sick of it.
Yeah,
Like,
me too. Until I start making money. Then I'll do whatever my
nah,
corporate
dude,
masters say.
man, like, dude, like, man,
Don't you fuck with my money, boy.
I'm sorry, man, but like, well and truly, like, fuck that shit. Like, dude, if this podcast is gonna be good and like profitable, it's gonna be because we get fucking like grabbed up by some new startup Middle Eastern streaming service.
Well, I mean, yeah,
That's what
obviously
that's what
that
I'm
would be
looking for.
cool.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
what's the Iranian prince's name? The one that fucker killed, Prince bin whatever the fuck.
like we're getting fun on fucking Pajit Tube. Like that's where we're gonna
Pajit too. Fucking
dude,
Pajit.
we're gonna be the number one fucking podcast in India. And they got a bunch of street shitting, just
Stop.
eager, horny listeners.
Yeah,
That might be
there
the
is.
horniest continent. Wait, okay,
There
let's
is a bit of a consent issue in India.
dude, let's go and try to figure this out right now. What's the horniest continent? India, definitely. India also not a
Is
continent.
India
I
a
fucked
continent?
that up. I fucked
It,
that up. I
yeah,
fucked
like
that up.
in
That's
India,
on me.
in Asia.
Immediately, I fucked that up. I get it.
Why
They
don't
got a
dude just stay the
they
fuck
got
away from geography? All right.
like
We already had a Sri Lanka
they
thing. We don't need that. We don't need a
listen,
repeat of
listen,
the Sri
listen,
Lanka incident.
listen. They got like a billion people there. You can't blame me for that. Like
Now,
that's not my
obviously, they
fault.
love to fuck. Well, there's a billion people over there. You should know where it's at. It's so crowded. Look at all those people.
I know where it's at. I know where it's at. It's in Asia.
Bitch, just move this shit. Anyway,
All right, so what's next?
yeah.
All right, so what's
The
next?
well, it's just like I find the topic of like the internet, like monetization ruining the internet and the internet ruining gaming is pretty interesting because that's exactly what happened. Multiplayer gaming came along like in like the 90s and shit and like, oh look, this is really cool. And it was. And then I forgot what console generation it was, but 360 and all that shit comes around and then it's like, hey, cool DLC. And then towards the end of that generation, things started to get real dark and
Well, yeah,
shitty.
that's whenever you started to see like the like, oh, here's a game and here's your online code, and if you
Yeah,
use it
that's
once,
some shit EA did. Like if you want to play
man,
online, then you
dude,
gotta
like
give
I love how like I love
$10
how like Electronic Arts has always been at the forefront
of
of like
fucking people.
of dog shit. Like they just suck. Like they're
It's like we're
bad.
gonna make money off of used games. We're making money off of used games, child.
Dude,
But there
I
was that.
I bought a used copy of fucking Batman Arkham City for $25, and all of the DLC was just on the disc.
Well, remember there was DLC discs like in like for
Well, no,
Fallout
but yeah,
3 in
for sure. But like,
Vegas.
that's what I'm saying is that like I bought this game and like all the DLC was just on there, and like I put it into another Xbox, and then guess what? All the DLC was just on there. Like that's how you fucking do it right. Like if you have a copy of the
Catwoman
game,
wasn't because that was like you had to buy that and if you like
well,
bought it new,
up to
you'd
that
get it for
point,
free because you got a code for Catwoman.
right, right. But like being just like having like all of this like content like on this fucking disc, like I remember a friend of mine a friend of mine bought what was it, the Undead Nightmare, like the Red Dead Redemption DLC,
Mm-hmm.
and then was just able to just like install it on somebody else's fucking like Xbox. Like it
Good
just worked.
times.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, those were, dude, truly halcyon days. Like better
And then
times,
yeah, and
sunnier days.
but like I said, you start like with the $10 code shit and then the pre-order bonuses. You pre-order the game and you get a code. See the pre-order stuff, it wasn't like, oh, I remember it was around like 2008 on back. It was like if you buy the game from this retailer, then you get this. And then it
Hmm.
turned into if you pre-order the game, you get this thing that was carved out of the game.
Yeah,
And it was
now
just
they've all gone
all
stagnant.
downhill from there. Then at some point in the Xbox 360, um, EA introduced the Ultimate Team, and that that definitely killed Madden
Yeah.
and FIFA.
No, I remember the day that killed Madden because like I went to like play a fucking game against you and like my best quarterback just all of a sudden wasn't there, and I was like,
Yeah, you need contracts.
yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I ran out of contracts? Like,
That's so shitty.
dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and say right now, I'm gonna buy Elden Ring because like Elden Ring is like the only game I've been excited for the last like 3 years. But dude, I'm pretty much done playing video games, dude. I think I'm fucking finished with them. Like video games simply don't occupy like the space that I need them to anymore, and
What space did you need them to occupy?
dude, like the space of like my leisure, and like now, like fucking video games, like they require so much. They require so much. It's like in terms of like and like patch
You,
updates and like day one fucking like day one installs
well,
and just
you
like and
often can
just
preload the game, although
but
you got to
you
pre-order the damn thing
yeah,
often.
yeah,
To do
exactly.
that, which is
You
shitty. Not often
yeah.
you do.
It's like I never wanted to be plugged into video games, right? Like
Being
I
way
never wanted
dramatic. You're
well,
being way.
but you hear what I'm saying is like I never wanted to like have to be plugged into video games in the way that like if I want to play a video game like the day it comes out, like I have to be like aware of this video game, like like a day or two before of it, and it's like
Hi.
oh well because I have to like pre-order it. I have to like set it to install on my console or my computer, and then like maybe if I'm lucky, like I can get home from work and I can play it. It's like I'm not trying to pre-plan my video game time like that. Like that's not what I
Not
want.
that
That's
much effort, and you could also go down to often you can just buy the physical disc.
yeah, but you're not denying that like those are things that you have to do. Like in
Well,
who
just
the
because
fuck
it's not a lot of effort, it's nothing I really care for. It's if a game, often I'm well aware of a game, like you said, before it comes out. But that's because I want the game. It's not like I'm aware of every single game and I got to keep track of everything. It's just this is the release date. I know I'm gonna get it because I know what I like, and then I buy the damn thing, preload it, and it's unlocked. I can play it. You can go to the store and get a disc and stick it in your machine if you want to. You can do that.
yeah,
That
but I mean that's the
also,
thing is like I'm
it's
not gonna
just
do
that
that. Like I'm simply not going to do that for like the 10 or 15 games that like I want to play a year. It's like I have to pick like one because like I've got like other shit that I want to do.
how's
Like
that stopping you? I don't understand. It's not like you're writing
because then what?
code or
Well no it's like then what? It's like I go like I spend all this time like going to the store like I it's like oh hey I can't practice today, like I have to like go to the store to like buy this video game, and then like I go to the store, I buy the fucking video game, I have to go home, I have to like install it and everything else, and then it's like and then what, like that's like my
wait.
entire fucking evening.
Well, okay. Well, why can't you get the game, stick it in your machine, have it installing, and while it's installing, go and practice?
Well, that's the thing is that like I've got to go to the fucking store, and like there's no telling like what the line at
You
the store is
actually
gonna
don't
be.
have to go to the store because you could just buy it on your system.
Either way, like the thing is like okay, so then like I can't just like leave from work to like go practice. Like I have to like come home to then like install the game. Like what I'm
And
saying
like, what do you?
is that is
You can buy it at home, or
what
you
I
can go to
guess
the store and get it. What the fuck are you
like
talking about?
what I'm saying is that like at a certain point, like the enjoyment that I've gotten from video games has been completely superseded by like the hassle that it is to like actually like acquire video games.
Understand
Like,
how it's a hassle. You can just buy it at home. You can buy it at the store, and when you're installing it, you can go and fuck off and do whatever
but
the fuck.
but that's the thing
If you got a
is like
PC, if
the
installing
like
games actually isn't anything new because you've always had to install PC games.
but that's the thing is that like the getting of a new video game like doesn't excite me anymore.
Okay,
Like
that's fine. Okay, I mean, that's you're you, and that don't excite you. That you say go in that regard. It's just you saying you're trying to explain. Oh, such a hassle. It is
but it
easier than
it
ever to
is.
play video games. I guess it's a hassle for you, but I still don't understand because it's like I want a game. You say it's hard to get a game, and it's like I want a game. I can go to Steam right now and buy a game and then install it. And then you say, well, then I gotta. That's my evening. I'm installing it, and that's my evening. My evening's fucked. I can install the game. I can fuck off and do something else. Yeah, I can play another
Yeah, but
game,
I mean
or I can
like
go
what
somewhere
happens
else, and
if
then I
like
can
the
come home,
install
and
like
then the game is done. I
yeah, but like what
installing.
if the install fucks up or something like that? Like
What,
and
dude?
also
Anything could. What if you're back in 1999 or 2004 or whatever the fuck, and you're installing Half-Life 2 and that install fuck up? That's nothing new. Things fuck up.
I mean,
I've
I know
never
that they
had an
do,
install really
but
fuck up. Not that I
the
can
but the
remember.
but the thing is that like I guess like the thing that I'm getting at, like the thing that I'm really like driving toward is that like is like video games have gotten to a point for me like where the involvement with them is no longer worth the enjoyment I get from them.
Okay, like I said, how you feel is how you feel. Like, I can't say it's wrong. Like, no, the way you feel is wrong. Like, what the fuck? You're you, and that's how you feel. That's
It's just all the
fine.
fucking steps. It's
I
like
get
if I
I
could just
can
like if I could
I
just
get
like go to
that.
a store.
What I don't understand is like you're trying to describe the hassle that you feel, and I just it is literally easier now than ever to buy a video game,
I
and
mean,
you
and that's great, man. Like I'm glad that like you enjoy the experience more than I do. But like I
it's not a
can't.
matter of enjoying the experience. Like, what are you talking about enjoying the experience? I never said anything about enjoyment. I said it's easier now than ever. I want to buy, let's say I want to buy Red Dead Redemption 2. I pop open Steam. I buy it. It's installing. I fuck off for whatever it takes, 40 minutes or whatever. Like, it's not a matter of enjoying the experience. It's just, I don't understand how it's a hassle.
I guess what I'm saying is that it's like the time like when I enjoyed video games the most was like a time that I could like go to a store, pick up a disc, walk home, and then just like pop it in and just play,
Yeah,
right?
I think most people would feel that way. I
Yeah, yeah,
definitely,
and that's the thing,
that's
and that's
that
the
would,
thing is like
it,
it's like
it
I don't
sucks that
understand I don't
that's not
understand
that
like I
way
don't
anymore.
understand. Yeah, I don't understand like why it's so hard for you to understand that like I don't want to do additional steps and that like I have other things in my life that are like so much more like meaningful and like so much more like impactful than just like
Because I
waiting
don't
around to play a
understand
fucking
how.
video game. Like I just it's
Well,
just
you
not
don't
like
have to wait around. That's the thing. Like you're saying, I don't want to wait around for a video game, dude. You if you want to play a game, like let's say Elden Ring, you say you want to play Elden Ring, you goddamn go to Steam, buy it, install it, or you go to the Xbox store and you install it. You can fuck off and do whatever you want. You're making it sound like you got to stay by your
for
system.
what for what for 40 minutes like on my day off like it's like so I've got 40 minutes to like go do whatever I want and then like it's like yeah I've got
Yeah,
40 minutes.
you're an adult. You can go and do whatever the hell you like. I okay, you don't want to wait for a game to install. Yeah, I get that. That sucks. No one likes that. But you act like you have to sit by your Xbox with your hands on your lap and
Well, yeah,
just
because
stare at
it's
your
because the things
screen
that
and
I
not
do
do
like take
anything.
more than fucking 40 minutes. Like it's like the things that I like to do. It's like I have to like leave my house, and so it's like now like as
You
I'm
have to
installing
leave
this
your
is
house?
well yeah like I have to go to a fucking practice space. I have to like go meet
Okay.
with people.
Yeah,
Like I have to
yeah.
like
Okay. So I mean, install the game and fuck off and do whatever you gotta do. When you come home,
yeah,
it's there
but
waiting
then
for
by
you.
yeah, but then that's the thing is like by the time I get back, like it's already fucking too late. Like it's like oh then
It's
I just
too
like
late. Like,
well
what do you mean
yeah
it's too late? What do you mean? What do you mean it's too late? I don't understand. Like, when are you like?
well
How long
like
you like? What do you mean?
like if you go to a music practice like if you know like chances are good like you're spending like 2 or 3 hours there, right?
Yeah. So okay. I mean, then the install's definitely done.
Well, no, I know that it's done, but then like by the time you get back, it's like then there are like other things to do. It's like video games is like just simply they're just not like they're just not like a they're almost like not worthwhile anymore. Like they're just really
Because
not
you
like
have to install them, and again,
it's
installing
not
is
because
it's
you have to
nothing
install them.
new.
It's because like they almost feel like a waste of time. Like it's not that like I don't like enjoy playing them, but it's just that like everything that like builds up to them and then like the actual playing of them like feels like time I could be spending like doing something more important like and that
That's what
fucking
I'm saying.
sucks.
Like, when your game is installing, you're practicing. That's more important. You're you're free to. I don't understand. It's that you
But
buy the thing and
but
then if you
but like
press
this thing
install and you can go
is
and do
like
whatever the hell you want while it's installing.
but if I spend the 3 hours this game is taking to install, you know, recording or practicing
I
or
don't think
something else
any
like that.
install has ever taken me 3 hours. I'm just saying. I think the ones have been
I'm
like,
just saying like that's how long it takes me to like that's how long it takes me to record, right? And so like I'm taking that amount of time. By the time I get home, like and if I'm too tired to like play the game, then like I mean like then what? Then like I just like I well it's like I didn't spend my day like playing this game that I paid for.
you can, but you. There's always tomorrow or right then. I mean, you're saying, okay, so you're installing the
But that's
game
also
and
the
you
other
go
thing
and you
is that
do.
like
It
is
sounds
like
like you're
how
saying
many
you come home and you're worn out from practicing and you don't want to play the game that's
well, yeah,
now
it's like I've already
loaded.
like expended like all of my energy like recording, and so it's like then what I get to like start this game, and then have like a 3.5 hour fucking tutorial or a 45-minute tutorial,
Now we're on
like
that.
learning how to play the game.
Well, oh, I thought your problem was with the
It's
install. Like,
well no
games have always had
that's not
tutorials, dude.
but that's the problem. That's the problem is that games Like, and that's the thing that we've talked about so much is that games simply take up too much time now. There is no pick up and play experience anymore. Every single game requires you to invest at least an hour before you
Then,
can even start playing the game.
but you're playing. Okay, every game I've like, name a game. It teach like there's a tutorial for it. Most likely, you're gonna whatever tutorial all the way back to like the PS2 and the 360 days. Those generation stuff like that. So tutorials ain't nothing new.
Those
Now,
comparisons don't fucking matter because like that is speaking at a time like where I
how
don't
does it
have a
matter? You
job.
you're complaining about tutorials, and I'm telling you
Well, no,
tutorials
no,
ain't nothing new.
no, no. I'm telling you, that speaks to a time where I don't have a fucking job, where I don't have a fucking like where I don't have like hobbies, where I don't have like other things that are taking up my time, like where video games like simply could occupy more of my time. Like that's what that speaks to, and that's simply it. Is that I've got other things that
But
fulfill me more than video games. So now I'm at a point like where video games like are receding and further receding in importance to me. And it it
okay,
it,
that's
it
fine.
sucks and it hurts. Like it hurts because like
It
I'll,
hurts.
I'll well yeah, like I fucking love playing video games, but like also I have to recognize that like there are other things that just like make me feel better than playing video games do.
Okay.
And it sucks because like there are games that I want to play.
Well, then play them. I don't understand.
But
I
I,
can't.
but
I
I,
don't
but that's what
understand.
that is literally what I'm telling you is like there are games that I want to play, but there are other things that I want to do that are more important, that are simply more important. Like that's what I'm telling you. Like it's not as simple as just like well just play the games. It's like there's no other time for games. Like there's no other time for video games.
Well, okay. A few minutes ago, we were talking about like installing the whole hassle of the video games and stuff like that. And now what, what you're saying is you want to play video games, but there's other stuff that makes you happier, the things that fulfill you more than playing video games. And that's fine. I can understand that, but it's like eh, you want to play something, then go fucking play it. Then go fucking play it. I
Like I
mean,
know what you're saying. It's like yeah, like maybe like I'm using like install times as like a way of like safeguarding myself from like admitting that just like maybe I just like don't like video games that much anymore.
hey man, I could totally understand that. I mean, be honest with you, like I find myself reading and doing other shit more than playing video games.
Right,
More than
right.
I do before. I still play them, but often it's like, okay, I understand games are like they're like bigger and shit to the point where you kind of gotta like gnaw on them for a while. I
Yeah,
personally
for
don't
sure.
mind that. I like The Witcher 3. I still got a lot to do in The Witcher 3. And in Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Odyssey and whatever the fuck, I still got a lot to do in that. And frankly, I'll probably never get around to Odyssey and whatever the fuck, but Valhalla, England, and Vikings, cool. I'll do that. So there's I can get that. Okay, there's these big huge games, these especially I like open world games, so these big open world games and shit, and the stories are long and whatever, and I can understand how I guess some people they don't like that because it 40 hours of my time to or whatever to see the end of this story,
Right, right. I
and
mean, like
it's okay,
like I
but
think it. Okay, sorry.
yeah, but me, I like a big game. I feel like I'm getting, I'm paying $60 for this thing. And there's a lot of content and like meaningful content because we, play games long enough to know fucking filler, what filler is, but like The Witcher 3, that's meaningful content and stuff like that. And I can put on a podcast and just, do whatever on my day off. Just do that shit. Cool. I like big long games because I like good things and I like a lot of good things. I like a
Mhm.
like so that's like me. I don't mind that. Now, you said you might have been using install times to safeguard against not liking games, and I get that. I can understand. Like, I the hassle, like playing a game now is way more of a hassle than it was before. And
Yeah,
you can, so yeah, I guess you can say, like, if you're playing devil's advocate for that, games are way bigger and way nicer looking than they were before, and if you install it, it runs faster. Whatever the fuck. I don't know the technical aspect, but
like
maybe that's it.
just everything feels like so much more like
I
involved,
also think
right?
there's an element of control as well, because they're definitely trying to fuck you around. Games are
Hmm.
definitely fucky because they're not. They're my big thing. My big thing. My big problem with gaming is the fact that this is a hobby. Well, it isn't really. It's a form of entertainment. I'm not gonna say it's a hobby, but it's a form of entertainment. It's a way to relax, escapism, what have you, and you do it because it's fun.
Yeah,
But these fucking game companies like Rockstar and EA and Ubisoft and all these other companies, they don't give a fuck about that. They jerk you around and they cut shit out of your game and try to sell it to you, or they jank your game in some kind of a way to try to force you, in like GT Online, to buy shark cards and shit. They threw GT Online, the balance of the game, way the fuck out of whack. They don't care about that no more,
hmm,
and they constantly try to find ways to fuck you. They're literally trying to fuck you
right.
with the
I mean, like,
$60 product you bought, and they're trying their damnedest to fuck you. That's what I don't like about modern gaming. I can deal with like installs. Installs, it don't really, it is what it is. If Because more times than not, if I want the game, I'm well aware of the game, and
I'll tell you this.
that's
You
just
wanna know
me
what
though.
game? You know what game I am like happy I paid like more than $60 for?
What?
Way of the Samurai 3. Every time I boot up that game, I have a different, fun, and hilarious experience.
I played
And
the first one. I never got around to playing 3. I actually think that's, like,
three,
hard to find
three
now.
is fucking great. Like it's on Steam. It's on Steam, and guess what? It's gonna cost you more than you thought it would. But but yeah, because guess what? It's a fucking it is a truly great video game, right?
Mhm.
Like what that game does is it has all of these like different like disparate parts. And then like as you interact with the game, it changes the fucking story. And guess what? It's always fun. It is always fun. Like it doesn't ask you to just like sit through like 25 minutes of fucking exposition. It doesn't ask you to sit through a fucking cutscene that isn't just like two static fucking figures like turning and moving toward one another. It's classic video gaming, and it's like it is my favorite thing in the world. I bought this game three fucking times across different platforms, and that's that's what I want. That is what I want from video games. Is like I want to be able to just like get into a fucking scenario, like get into a virtual world where I can just like do like weird kind of fucked up things and then just like see how like the programmers like programmed responses to that. Not this like huge blown out, just like well crafted fucking world like Assassin's Creed or something like that, where like the best thing you get is like somebody's head like clipping through the fucking ground or some shit like that. Like that doesn't even like feel.
I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla this morning, and I had a good time with it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
like
cut
I'm
some
not like
people's heads off, and, the
yeah.
Viking lady's really hot.
Yeah, like that's not to say that there's not like a good time to be had with it, but like for
But
me, for me, like what video games like represent to me, and like I guess like what that means is that like the like video games and like what like playing a video game like means for me, like I guess like the progress like left me behind a long time ago because all I want are like very like temporary experiences.
okay, I'm sure there's plenty of games out there like that. Like, you're
Yeah,
describing,
yeah, and
when you say like two static figures talking or whatever, it just sounds like you're describing an RPG or whatever the hell an open
but
world
no,
game,
but
which is shit that you would
that's
expect
not
to see that from.
that's not like the thing that
And
I'm
plus,
saying.
if the
Is like
story's good, then I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind.
I'm
Like,
saying that like low production value, like very like low, very like minimal like effort put into like production,
Like
right? Like
early PS2, like PS2 GTA games when
yeah,
it'd
yeah,
be in the middle of a mission, like or yeah, like in the middle of a mission, and it's not a cutscene, and the characters are talking, and CJ's like waving his hands around and bobbing his head, like yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
need those such and
It's just static
it looks
figures
like shit.
like waving at each other, like that. That's the shit that I like. Like that's like whenever like video games are like great for me, and like
Well, the
I don't
retro thing, I get that.
yeah, yeah, because like that's whenever
I like glitz and glamour and,
yeah, of
and
course.
HDR and
Yeah. Yeah.
like excess.
Yeah, of course.
No,
Oh
it
shit.
really just it comes down like to what you
It's a personal
want,
preference thing. Yeah, for sure.
and it sounds like you just you like retro games. In which case you're in luck because you can download PSX whatever the hell the PS2 emulator,
Yeah.
and there's you can get like man you can get yourself a lot of PS2 games, baby. And what's funny with the PS2 and the PSP and shit like that is there's a lot of games I want, but I don't want to play most of them. I just want to have them. I just
Yeah,
want to have
right,
them.
right.
Like I downloaded a bunch of, like I downloaded well, hold on. I legally bought.
Yeah, 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 naturally.
Let me find the folder. Okay, SmackDown versus Raw 2006, The Warriors, Shadow of the Colossus, Def Jam Fight for New York.
Great
Like it's
fucking game.
yeah. Oh man, yeah. Fight for New York is fucking awesome. So I understand. I can perfectly 100% understand liking the last like retro games now. PS2 games are retro games now, and not really caring for the super big slick production values and all that. But I also think it comes down to like whichever game because you liked Metal Gear Solid 5,
I did. I did.
and those games are notorious for long cutscenes where you
True.
can go and like get a
But
fucking you
I
can
will say
eat
this
while watching them.
this like change in like personal like ethos is like coming around within the last like probably 2 years, you know?
You're doing your music thing and you found other stuff that you like more than games and you don't want to you know
Yeah, yeah.
invest you don't want to sit down and okay, it sounds like you start playing a game and you might not feel there's a point because you're not going to get to the end of it because you're not going to go and pour all the time that would be needed to get to the end or see what you want to see all this game has to offer into it because you have all this other stuff. You want to get the game, you want to play the game, you want to get to the meat and then
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
put it
I want
down and fuck
I want
off and
I
do your
want
thing
like
unless
the
it's Metal Gear
core.
Solid. And I'm not saying it's an insult. Metal Gear Solid's awesome.
Yeah. No, no, MGS5 was fucking amazing. And like
So no, I get that. It's just what I didn't understand was the like the hassle bit of it, like the like
yeah, yeah, like
the
it just
installs
like
and stuff. Because I'm like, it's easier than ever to buy a fucking game. It- but no, I think for the most part, like I said, I don't understand that. But for the most part, I get what you're saying, and I'm not in any position to tell you you're fucking wrong. You're not.
mhm.
Games are long as fuck, and
Yeah, it just sucks, man. It's like
not
I
everybody
love
wants to gnaw on a game like I
yeah.
do.
Like man, that's the thing is that's why I like puzzle games, you know? It's like a
I
puzzle
fucking
game.
hate puzzle games.
I know you fucking do. I
They
know you do.
piss me off. I
We
just
have
want
talked
to
about
break
this
them.
so much.
I just want to break them.
Yeah.
But I know a game that you'll like. And funny enough, it's a mobile game too, but I know you'll like it.
What is it? The game of getting pussy? Because I do
Yeah.
like that.
You like penis. When are you just going to admit you're gay?
I'm not gay. What are you talking
Jesus
about?
Christ. Okay, it's called Retro Bowl. I think I told you about it before. Um, like the name implies, man, it's like those old NES football games, like Tecmo Bowl
Mm-hmm.
and shit. And the way the passage works is, you pull back on the quarterback. That's how you snatch the ball, and then you see this line, that represents like the arc of the ball, and you move your thumb up and down, and you can, you throw it to whichever receiver that you want to throw it to,
All right.
and
Yeah, I fuck with this.
obviously huh?
I fuck with this. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, the passing's great, and you can run the ball as well, and like you could choose 12 star players for your team. You can draft or you can free agent, whatever the fuck, with 12 star players for your team, and those are like, they're the stars of your team. And the games, and this is what I think you would like. The games take like 6 minutes at most. Like it might
Okay.
even be five.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I've played 2 games while taking a shit. you know, it's a great way to
Yeah.
pass the time.
Yeah. This is fucking perfect.
It's not a it's the download isn't very big because it's like I said, it's NES graphics and shit, and you can rename the players. Like I think the full version of the game is like 199. The free version just don't let you choose the weather or
Can you play online?
yeah. Nah. Like when you see it, you'll be like, yeah, you can't play this online. But
Okay.
dude, I'm telling you, I would. I'm not a betting person, but I bet that you would like this game a lot.
Okay. Retro Bowl. I'm
Retro
down.
Bowl
I'm
is
down.
it's fucking awesome. I love Retro Bowl, and that's exactly basically what you just described. You can pick it up, you can do it, and then put it down. The games ain't
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
long, but really satisfying.
Like singular experiences, right? Like that's why I like roguelikes. You know what I mean? It's like
What?
you can like
Okay, I hear that term a lot. What the fuck is a roguelike?
so so like roguelikes are like they're like run based RPGs. You know?
Run based, like you're constantly
So
moving. Like,
like the thing is that it's like once you die, you lose everything.
well,
You
fuck
know?
that.
So everything that you gain is like within like the run.
Okay, well, that's not
And
for
so like
me, but
yeah,
they're really popular.
like mm,
But yeah, I understand. Eh, and gaming it's insidious now.
it is. It truly is.
Like EA and all these companies are openly sketchy motherfuckers, and Take Two and therefore Rockstar they are as well. Take Two and I think it was Square Enix were saying those fuckers saying, well, games don't cost enough. If anything, they want to raise games to $70.
Well, I
Now
thought they
you
were
want,
already doing that.
yeah, and that's when, yeah, well, yeah, a couple games were, but not the right ones because, well, I think the new Final Fantasy VII that's like $70. They can suck my cock, and the NBA 2K games, I think those are like 70, and it's like, come on, bitch, you're a sports game. What are you fucking doing? You're dead after a year, pretty much. So there's that shit, but it's like you're trying to raise the price of games while also giving me less because
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
dude.
roll out some fucking DLC. And if I'm paying $10 extra, I want everything. And you're not gonna give $60 is not cheap.
No,
And
no,
you're
it's
already
fucking
fucking
not.
me.
Like
And then
this
you
thing
got
is like, dude, think about it. Like $60, like $60 in 2022 is worth less than it was in 2001.
yeah. Well, I said, wait, what? It's worth no. I understand. Never mind. I get you. I get you.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. It took me a second to no.
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. I get what you're saying now. Money's worth
yeah. Like I
less.
mean, like it is
So
actually worth less money than it was, and that's what you were paying in 2001 to buy a PS2 game. Like the new SOCOM cost $60. Like
wait, you say 2000? Nah, games used to be 49.99.
I okay, yeah, so 2001's like
Yeah,
but like
60 came about with the Xbox 360 and the PS
yeah,
3.
yeah. So like Call of Duty 4, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, $60 fucking game. Like
Mm-hmm. And
mm-hmm.
you should. There's just no excuse for fucking people around when they're paying that much money. But the problem is, really, it's the fucking gamers that are buying like some of these things. I buy games, so I can't really. But I more so look at shit like Ultimate Team, the people that buy Madden, and the idiots that buy the fucking Ultimate Team packs and keeping that shit going, the
Mm-hmm.
fuck asses that buy those shark cards, the people that buy currency, like in-game currencies and shit, and loot boxes and all that bullshit, because these companies, their sole purpose is to make money. And hey, man, I ain't got a problem with that because it's common fucking sense. These games ain't cheap and people want to get paid. But the loot boxes and microtransactions and all that shit put so much money on the table. These companies have they can't not, because they're publicly traded, so their
Right,
shareholders are
right.
just like, get some of that, get that fucking money. It's gamers who put that money on the fucking table. Quit buying the fucking shit. Quit buying loot
Mm.
boxes and card packs and all this stupid fucking shit. And maybe something will change. I bought GTA 5 on the 3 times. PS, the original fucking 360, and then I think I got it for like $10 along with
Mm-hmm.
like the starter shit for PC, and then obviously the Xbox One. But and yeah, so in on that front, I'm part of that problem. But there's no way in hell this new version, this fucking enhanced version of GTA 5, that's a bridge too fucking far.
Right.
I mean, it's like come the fuck on. And Rockstar caught so much shit about it. Now they finally announced that they're working on GTA 6, but it's like that it should be coming the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this game, like next year, GTA 5 is gonna be like 10 years old. And they're still
Holy shit, it
releasing,
is. Like it
yeah,
literally is. Like wow.
10 fucking years old. And now you're just now announcing the new GTA. And you can bet your goddamn bottom dollar it's GTA Online that kept this fucking thing alive and kept the
Well,
new one
yeah,
away.
duh.
But fuck you.
It wasn't like the it just wasn't like that like the fucking like brilliant story they told.
It is literally the worst GTA. Not in terms of gameplay, it's just story. And it's like Rockstar bad and Rockstar bad is a lot of people's good because GTA 5 isn't a bad game. But it's not 3 different versions, and keep it alive
Right,
for
right.
10 years good. Dude, what the fuck? And
Mm.
you're just now announcing that they're working on the fucking new one. That shit should have been released like 4 years ago or something. Like it's ridiculous, but that's where gaming is, and that's honestly that's where a lot of gamers really put it. I guess for a lot of like younger people, microtransactions, loot box on it, it's just normal. Hey, this is video games, and they don't remember they weren't around for a time where you can go to a store, pick a game off the shelf, pay for it, and it's yours. You have it. You can play it. You can not play it. You can trade it in. You can loan it to a friend. Whatever the fuck. It's your game. You get home and you stick it in and it boots right up and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good time. Actually, that time went too far away because, the 360 was like that. But that's 2 console generations away, I guess. So it was, but yeah. But I understand you drifting away from video games and stuff. I don't
Yeah,
really
man.
play as much as I did before neither, but at the same time, games aren't as good for a lot of reasons we just named.
Yeah,
We
of
just
course.
said they're just not as good. They're the few I do play. The few I do play, those are I'm old enough to know and play games long enough to know what I like. So, those are different. But for the most part, yeah, there's not a lot of shit coming out that I want to play. Elden Ring looks interesting, but I'm not really. I think they said something like it's not going to be as hard as Dark Souls because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into hard shit. I play I play games on easy because I want to be the most powerful thing walking around. I play like Fallout or the other Scrolls. I'm playing that for power fantasy. I want to be the baddest motherfucker walking around. I ain't trying to work for shit.
Yeah, of course.
So, and I played Dark Souls with Beam. Beam wanted me to play Dark Souls so bad, the motherfucker bought it for me. It was on sale. I played it with him. I played it with him a couple of times, but I kept. It took me a while to pass like the first boss because I kept getting my dick kicked in the mud, and I don't like getting my dick kicked in the mud.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's not bad, but I don't really see the appeal of Dark Souls. I think it's Dark Souls 3 or something that he
Mm-hmm.
bought, but I don't see I don't understand it because it
Yeah,
looks kind of plain to
yeah,
me. But
yeah.
a lot of people like it, so so they're doing something right. Elden Ring does look interesting. I'm a sucker for an open world, and I do like Viking shit and
Mm-hmm.
Viking like shit.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking cool. Well, it's just I like the idea of rushing into a place, flipping tables, and fucking shit up, and then taking
Well,
what you
yeah.
want
Like,
and then
who
bouncing out.
doesn't? Who doesn't?
That's badass. That's
Mm-hmm.
badass. And if you fuck up a couple holy men along the way, and then shit happens.
All right,
which is actually a point of annoyance in Valhalla, as a matter of fact, because they have Viking raids. Like you can raid a monastery for like supplies and whatever the fuck. But if you kill too many civilians, if you kill so including priests and shit, then the game will desynchronize. So basically, game over. You got to start again, and that's fucking stupid. Like Ubisoft did this thing where instead of playing as a Viking, how you normally see them in Vikings, in the Last Kingdom, and basically everything else, you're like some sort of good guy Viking band, whatever the fuck, and it's really stupid. Like Ubisoft is good at making really nice open worlds. Like they can compete with Rockstar in that regard. Like they make really nice open worlds. Their stories always, almost always, like either suck or not as
yeah,
good as they could have been.
right.
And it's a real shame because, you know, Vikings are fucking cool.
They are.
Are you gonna tell
Vikings are
me not
very
to
cool.
kill? How are you gonna tell me not to kill, this Christian?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, definitely.
I'm a fucking heathen.
Yeah,
I'm a sword wielding heathen. But that's just my one of my issues with that game. But for the most part, I do like Valhalla.
there you, there you. Anyways, I think this is enough of an episode.
Yeah, this has been another episode of No
This has
Bad
been
Days
this has been
Report.
episode this has been episode 19 of No Bad Days. I'm I'm drunk and full of jalapeno chips.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, hold it. One more thing about Valhalla and Ubisoft. Okay, I don't know if you know or not, but Ubisoft, they have this whole fucking. They're really like on that inclusive, yay, rah rah, everyone's invited, diversity shit. Not that it's bad, it's just when it's forced to the point where
But it is.
when it's not, when it's natural and normal, but if it's
But it
forced or
is.
when it's done in a pandering way, obviously it's fucking stupid. And I'm about to describe you a pandering stupid way. You have a settlement in Valhalla, Ravensthorpe, and you supposed to build up the settlement and all that shit, and there's these various people that do things, and the guy that you do the raids with and you upgrade your boat with, he's black. And he talks with like a Norwegian accent and he's dressed like a Viking. And when I saw him, I'm like, the fuck are you doing here? No, I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck? And then there's three black people in the camp, but I think one's supernatural. There's this little black kid in the camp named Retta, and he appeared in Odyssey and Origins. Origins take place like in the Cleopatra Roman times. That's hundreds of
Mm,
years before. So and he's still a kid. He was a kid. He's a kid now. So he's magic. Fine. You got your magic. You got your magic black. But
yeah.
you got this female, this black female blacksmith, and you got this black dude, and then I think there's a Chinese lady as well. And it's like, where the fuck did you people come from? Because Assassin's Creed's whole thing's supposed to be, history and blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. Look, Jack, if somebody wasn't there, they weren't there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't help that.
it it's distracting because if you like history, like I do, I really like history. I just can't help but be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Can you at least explain? Is history different in the Ubisoft universe? It's just like, nah, he's there. Nah, he's there.
Yeah, right.
Like, fuck you, he's there. No problem. And if somebody says something, then it's just like, what are you, a racist or something? Like, no, we weren't there. It's kind of like with
Yeah.
was it Kingdom Come Deliverance? People
Hmm.
were bitching about the lack of like black people or
Yeah,
just people of color and
Bedouins,
women,
yeah.
and it's like, man, was it the medieval times? When I first saw that shit, I thought it was like a joke. You know how like the Onion has like funny headlines and shit, because it's like obviously women didn't have shit to do back then.
Right.
They weren't allowed to do shit. other than just get fucked, have babies, and maybe die in childbirth. That's just how it was. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. That's just how it was,
Exactly.
and it's like I don't know exactly where Bohemia is, but that's where it was. Not a lot of us. There's just not a lot of brown people walking around back then.
I got you, man. Hey, go ahead and like call us out here. Go ahead and
All right.
call us out. Yeah, we're done.
God damn it. Hold on. I'm trying to find the Craig Leave shit. All right, hold on. About to do it. Yeah, fuck this. Play us out, McGree. You nasty motherfucker.
Using crack and cocaine to get high. That's what you say you love.